We've got South Carolina State head football coach Buddy Pough. He's accompanied by players Corey Fields and Patrick Godbolt. We will start with questions for the players only, and we'll dismiss the players.
Coach, do an opening statement, and then we'll start with the players.
Or we'll do an opening statement. Coach, it's all you.
Thank you, Jesse. Good evening, everybody. Y'all endured an ugly whooping tonight. Congratulations to Coach Taylor and his crew. Those guys played really well. I thought they had a great plan against us, and we did not have one. I didn't think that we coached or played very well. I thought we've got two new coordinators, and at this point right now, it hadn't quite come together yet. But you know what? I was not really surprised at how this went. So at this point, I'm just looking forward to seeing where we go to from here.
Sorry, a second, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, Kendrick Marshall, SWC Sports. This is for Corey. From the opening drive, it seemed like you guys couldn't get very much going against their defense. What did they do, or did you guys not do that kind of like enabled that?
Just from the first drive of the game, we just didn't execute our plays. The plays were there. On my end, I missed a couple throws that I should have made, kept the drive going longer. So it's most of us than them, because we know at the end of the day we got to do our job. We didn't do that.
Charles Bishop inside the HBC Sports Lab. And I wanted to ask guys, how difficult was it preparing for this team that essentially was a roster overhaul?
I would say for this team, we didn't have much film on them. So it was going into the week, it was going in kind of blind. We had an idea of what was going on from the spring game, and what they did the last couple of years with DC at Alcorn. So it was going kind of blind, but at the end of the day, we got to do what we got to do now.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
You're exactly right. It was a little bit of a difficult preparation because we were trying to prepare for an offense basically from Liberty University, I think it might have been, and then we were preparing for Alcorn's defense. And they were a good bit different today than they were. And what they really did that really hurt us a good bit on defense was they played us a lot tougher coverage than what we had seen in practice. So those guys did a nice job of leveraging us and doing things of that sort. That gave us a little bit of a hard time.
Right here in front row.
Emmanuel Glade to Crush Sports Talk. Patrick, talk to me from a defensive perspective. What did you see? Were they tougher than you expected? Was it something that you didn't see? From defense, what did you see the Jackson State offense do tonight?
Really, they were pretty fast at a wide receiver core, and like they just picked us apart with all the short passes basically, and we couldn't stop that. And that's what we got to go back on film, and we got to change that.
You good? You good right here?
Hey, Coach Luke Williams.
Hey, Luke, how you?
I'm doing fine. You kind of clairvoyant. You said this team was going to be tougher than Deion's team.
I knew that.
What went into that when you making that statement?
Because I had worked against TC's teams, not necessarily his teams, but his teams before. And I had a pretty good idea that they'd be better prepared for us. They knew us better than the previous staff would have. And I also thought that they'd also restock talent-wise because they've got a pretty good deal on trying to find transfers. And they had a couple kids that kind of give you an indication from our state, a couple kids from in Beaufort County that that played really well for them. And I knew those kids from Walford because they had been in that program for 4 years.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah. You ever seen a team that come in with 70 new players?
No, but you know what? That's not so unusual in the days. NIL, transfer portal, all that other kind of stuff kind of game. You see those kind of teams from time to time, especially when you get schools, who seem to have, a real feeling for that style of operational, I guess maybe the way they do their program operationally. So it works for them. And, I don't know if I'd be able to, do what they've done. You've got to have pretty good finances. Jackson is really doing really well in the financial end of athletics because of the fact that they got that big stadium down there and they're drawing really well. So you take that and put that together with a staff that's got pretty good know-how on how to go out and find guys, you know that thing is really coming together for them. They might really be a force in the coming years.
Mike Washington, Dr. Cabill's inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Thanks, Coach. They went to a hurry-up offense, and at times they
did.
went trips on the right side, left side. Is that something you anticipated? You said you practiced
No.
against Liberty.
No, it looked like it was right out of Willie Simmons' playbook. I'm sitting on the sideline. It almost, you know, it's the same exact thing, and everything kind of bleeds into your offense over the years. So I'm sitting there trying to talk to our defense. I mean, our offensive guys, because we're not really doing much on offense. And then our defense starts to come loose on us. And at that point, then, you know, hell breaks loose on. You know, it was not a pretty sight over there on the sideline when they were hurrying up and we couldn't get them stopped, and they were trying to move and then we couldn't get going on offense. So it was not a pleasant experience.
Mason Smith with HBCU Legends. Corey, obviously this is a huge stroke for you tonight. What's kind of next for you to, you know, as you go back and look at the film, but also the running back room is really young, a lot of redshirt freshmen that got to see the field today. What were some positives you saw from them?
Just be able to get them the ball and then make some plays on the field, make certain guys miss the space, and just be able to run the football. Last year we kind of struggled, so this year seeing them go out there and run the football is a positive for us.
Travis Baldwin, Thompson Democrat in Orangeburg. This is for the players. Did Coach Pugh's announcement Thursday have any effect on you guys tonight?
I wouldn't say it did. I would have said it pumped the team up a little bit more, but we just didn't come out here and show that. That's basically it.
For me, it's kind of shocking because I think Coach Pugh's will stay around another 3 years or so. But for me, it's just like, Coach Pugh leaving, but I'm leaving the same year he's leaving, so it didn't really rub me too bad.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
I gotta stay.
We're now taking questions for the head coach, Buddy Pough.